Hey everybody, it is Radley here with your angelic weather report for March 24th through the 30th. Now, we are pulling 4 cards from Animal Guides Tarot cards, my new deck that came out earlier this month that I'm very excited about. And we are going to be working with those 4 cards to figure out what kind of energy are we dealing with this particular month. What am I going to have to deal with? What are going to be some of my concerns? What are going to be some of the things that I have to deal with, and how will that energy affect me, and how do I like successfully navigate through it? Now, we will also be pulling cards from Animal Wisdom Tarot cards because this card deck has archangels. And so for every card, there's an archangel who can help support us in the energy that we are experiencing. So let's go ahead and have a look at the cards, shall we? So what we have here is the 4 cards from Animal Guide Tarot cards, and behind them are the 4 cards from Angel Wisdom Tarot cards that have the angels, the archangels that are supporting us in our energy. So let's have a look at the first card, and the first card is Two of Earth, which is ruled by Abyssinian cats. Now, we have seen this card several times over the last few weeks. So it makes me feel like there are quite a few people who are feeling a sense of maybe anxiety and stress and concern and worry. Um, Over juggling multiple things that are happening at the same time. Maybe the energy seems like it's a little stressful. And so the card says you may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It's important to balance your work and personal life and bring a spirit of fun to all you do. So, this energy of Two of Earth is very much energy that is about the whole thing of trying to find fun, even if you're doing a lot of work, to lighten things up. It's a little Disney-esque in the whistle while you work kind of energy. Now, the Abyssinian cats are one of the oldest cat breeds, and as such, they have learned that all work and no play makes Jane a dull girl. So, they're very personable and curious. Abyssinians simply love to play, explore, and happily experience new things. Therefore, they encourage you to learn from their very balanced work ethic and to enjoy life. So, who's helping us out with that? Well, it's Archangel Metatron, and that makes sense. Metatron is the archangel that helps us with staying focused and grounded. He's the archangel of very sensitive people, but he's also the archangel of warping time. So if you need more time to accomplish the things that you're trying to create, Metatron can help you with that. So, card number 2 is the moon, and that is ruled by the lynx. And so, this card says it is important to trust your intuition, even if you're unsure of what's happening. It all will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. The moon is a card that's very much about revelations and this whole experience of, oh my goodness, what is going on behind the scenes, and coming to some clarity about that. We like that. Lynxes are a magical creatures. They're viewed as knowers of secrets. And anything they don't know, they have the magical ability to find out. So they are quiet watchers of all that's happening, able to stay perfectly still and silent as the world goes by. Likewise, at this time, you are asked to be quiet and pay very close attention to all that is occurring around you. So, who's helping us out with that? Well, it's Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael. So Archangel Raphael comes in an emerald green kind of color, and is the archangel that is most often thought about for physical health and healing. So if that's an issue for you this particular week, and that's the experience that you're feeling, this moon energy, this uncertainty, I'm not quite sure what's going on, Raphael can help with that. But Raphael is also this archangel that is known for helping us to make choices that relate to the heart. And so he can help us with those kinds of things as well. So if we go back to the cards, the next card that we have is Ace of Earth. So it is a kitty kind of week this week, folks. We've got the Abyssinian cat, a lynx, and a calico cat. And so this card talks, Ace of Earth is this wonderful new experience that shows up for us. And it says, You can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, a serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job, promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. So we love that energy. That sounds great. So, if we read this in sort of like order, we'd know that we've been working super hard. There was something that was unknown, but it appears to have turned into a wonderful new opportunity. Who's helping us with that? Well, it is Raguel. So Archangel Raguel comes in a pale blue kind of color, and he is the archangel of helping us to find friends. His name means the friend of God, but he can also help us to find the right kinds of people in any situation. Someone who can help to open doors for us, someone who is the perfect expert to help us with whatever we're working on. If you need a real estate agent, finding the right real estate agent. If you are looking for a coach, finding the right coach. Raguel makes those introductions for us and is very helpful in that regard. Now, let's look at the last card. I wonder if it's a cat. It's not. It's quite the opposite. It's Knight of Air is our card, and it is ruled by Humpback Whale. So, Knight of Air is a person that's intelligent, impartial, respected, and pretty unemotional. And so the card reads, at this time, it is very important that you communicate clearly, be objective and emotional, and act as professionally as possible. Oh, I'm sorry, be objective and unemotional, and act as professional as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert that you can find. And who's helping us with that? Well, it's Archangel Jeremiah. Now, Archangel Jeremiah is one of the archangels that talks about intuition, but is also the archangel that helps us to review our life. So to help us to see the things from the past, to see the future, the present, and to therefore know where we're going to the future. So if we're trying to be in this space of we're being very intellectual and really trying to assess the situation from an intellectual standpoint, Jeremiah can lay out the facts for us in such a way that we can make that kind of an assessment in a way that is really helpful. So let's review one last time. We've got way too much going on, and we're trying to make life a little bit fun. We have the links. We've got the moon energy of knowing that, oh my goodness, it's like there's something I don't know and I'm worried about it. You shouldn't have been worried about it because it turns into a wonderful new opportunity, but it might mean that you need some expert advice to help you to know what to do with that opportunity and where to go next. So the next card that next thing we're going to do is that I'm going to take these cards and I'm going to take them away. All right. So let's take the Angel Wisdom cards and set them aside. We're going to take the Animal Guides Tarot cards. And what we're going to do with those is we're going to take them and we're going to mix them back in with the rest of the deck. So that gives the opportunity for these cards to show up again. So I want you to think about something that it is that you would like an answer from me for. If I was sitting in front of you giving you a reading, what question would you ask me? So think about that for a second. What question would you like an answer from the cards for? In the meantime, I'm going to shuffle. Okay. And now I'm going to pull 4 cards. So you've got your question in your mind. So now what I want you to do is I want you to think about, do you feel like the answer to your question is going to come from card number 1? That the answer to your question is going to come from card number 2? Is the answer from your question going to come from card number 3? Or is the answer to your question going to come from card number 4? So let's have a look because I have no idea what these cards are. So if you were number 1, then your card is Ace of Air ruled by Panda. This is a card that talks about a new beginning that maybe could be a little bumpy. I like to think of it as the speed bump card, but it doesn't mean it won't be successful. It just might mean that you have to reevaluate your plans, but it's not a no. It's merely I know it's going to be a little bumpy, but you will get there. The next card is, oh my goodness, the moon in the same position that it was in for the angelic weather report. What are the odds of that? So once again, this whole focus on the unknown, things that we aren't aware of, and things that we shouldn't be worrying about because they will soon be revealed. The next card is the Empress. We love that. That's super creative energy. It's about the start of new projects or taking action after having been not moving forward for very long. So we love that energy. And finally, card number 4 is Queen of Air, probably my favorite court card in all of tarot. No, it really is my favorite because this is a person who has seen it all, done it all, knows it all, has experienced it, has been around the world and got the t-shirt, does not suffer fools at all, but is the person that really has great advice for us, but is also smart enough to take things out of her life that no longer serve her. So that's it. That's our angelic weather report this week for March 24th through the 30th. I have my membership group doors are wide open. It is time for you to sign up again. This is year 3. It's been an amazing last 2 years. This year, we're talking about life transformation and magic and making changes in your life in wonderful ways. You can find out all about it by going to radleyvalentine.com/membership. Don't let us start without you. This whole thing starts next week on April 4th. So you're going to want to sign up as soon as possible. In the meantime, that's it. That's the angelic weather report. And I will see you guys again next week.